Hi, Mike Roman here. It's Tuesday again, so it's Ask the Guru Tuesday. I love Tuesdays. I'm having so much fun with this, I guess you can tell that. Thanks again for all your comments. Just keep them coming, okay? So today's topic is pretty interesting. It's sort of my Romanized prospect qualification technique. So how do you become a Romanized, qualification expert? Well, you'll get it if you probably got it already. But first, as I always do, a little quick idea. Talked to a Hawaii caterer. I love talking to Hawaii caterers because they're always in good temperature. And she said to me that she's taking the idea I've been writing for years and going to create a customer advisory board. It's so simple. Just get 5 or 6 to 10 of your best customers who love you. They write you notes. They give you gifts. They're your best customers and say, hey, I'm forming a customer advisory board. I'd love you to come on board for the next year. I want you to come on down 4 times a year. I'm going to feed you new foods, see what you think of them. I want you to look at our uniforms, our marketing ideas. Just want you to become a member of our team. Can't pay you, but I can feed you well. And hey, I'll give you a 5% discount on all your catering while you're on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, Customer Advisory Board will be the ultimate testimonial if you do it. So what about prospect qualification? The email, phone calls. Today we're talking about phone calls. I'll have another video soon about how you handle emails. The goal of a salesperson when they get somebody on the phone who's a virgin, if you will, is talking to them, the first goal is to decide if they should go or no go with that particular caller. In other words, can we get enough information in a couple of minutes to decide if this is a real buyer, or is this somebody I should send a brochure to, or send my website, or just put them on a follow-up later? Time is the most valuable thing a salesperson has, a company has. Time is so important to the situation. So, they call you on the phone and say, hey, I'd like to get some information about doing a corporate event, or how much does it cost to do a wedding? Those kind of questions come right into your ear all the time. Well, you have to realize that you have to take control. And so the simple script that's in my books, it's also on a follow-up article we have. There's a link at the bottom of the page that you're looking at now. But you have to know that you have to stop them in their tracks as quick as you can. You can't just listen during qualification. So, Mr. Sir, I don't know his name yet. If I can ask you a few questions, I'll be able to answer your questions and also put you with the right person. First of all, what is the date you've selected? You got to find out the date. And then he gives you a date. If he doesn't got a date, then that means it's almost a no-go unless he has a good reason. So how can you sell him some catering if you don't have a date to check? Okay, so let's assume he gives you a date. For approximately how many people? They give you, they say, I don't know yet. That tells you some detective work that you haven't got a real shopper. If they say to you, well, we have 147 adults, 16 children, of which 3 of those children are under 5. You know that this person has talked to other caterers. So your microchip in your head should tell you this is really a go situation. He's probably got a contract with somebody else, and he wants to check what's going on. So when you get the date, if you're Romanized, you always put them on hold. Even if you know the date's wide open, you have to put them on hold because you got to act like you're busy. If you're busy, you must be better. You come back off of the phone. Thank you very much. That's a very popular date you've picked, but I do have space for it. Now, I didn't ask their name at this point. I will now, in a moment. And I didn't ask them what their budget is. If you ask somebody how much money you want to spend, doesn't make sense. See, in my world, I always tell people when I'm on the stage, I say, would you want a surgeon to say to you, when he said, do you have to have an operation? And he says to you, well, what's your budget for the operation? I don't think so, okay? I want somebody to tell me what it costs for the various ways I can do the operation. So now I get the name for the caller. May I ask your name, please? He tells you a name. You say, Mr. Smith, from what you've told me so far, you should really be speaking with Mary Stevens, our sales director. I'll get her for you right away. If she's not there, you could also give an appointment to call back. Now, when Mary gets on the phone, she says, this is all in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Mary says, hi, Mr. Smith, thank you for calling. Michael says that you're looking for a wedding on June 6th for about 300 people. Let me share with you right now that for a wedding of that size in that month, we will have some wonderful solutions for you. Solutions for you, ladies and gentlemen, running from, boom, boom, give them 2 prices, from $65 to $110. You're giving people the price of admission. You're not asking them how much they want to spend. The inference is, I really have a lot to give you here if you wish. I can sell you an expensive party, a medium party, or a simply value party. It's kind of nice. It takes the pressure off of everything you're trying to do. So qualification happens in 3 minutes. You turn it over to somebody else. So let's go back and say one more thing. How did it sound to you? Okay, if I say, you know, from what you told me so far, I really think you should be speaking to Mary Stevens. She specializes in weddings between 200 and 300 people. So she's your person. Let me try to find her right now. Imagine, and Mary's probably sitting right next to you, but the point is it's turning it over with an added sales incentive. You're giving the shopper the feeling that, wow, I'm not calling a catering company like I called the other ones before. I'm talking to a catering company that has a specialist who just does picnics under 500, who does weddings over 400, who does Asian parties, a specialist. This is the age of specialization. Even if they aren't specialists, we'd like to sort of package it that way because we will separate ourselves from our fellow competitors. Now, that was a fast run-through. If you click the link below the video, you will get much more detail of what I believe it's all about. One of my books, If You Can't Sell It, You Can't Cook It, also goes into great detail about qualification. Or call me, and I'll be glad to help you. So thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for your comments. Remember, there's just never been a better time to be a caterer. I'm glad you're a caterer, okay? And especially if you know what to do and what not to do. So cater on. Have a great week. Check out our videos, spread the word, and we'll see you next week. Thanks so much.